So we're coming into season 5. How's the fan reception been with the end? We're coming to the end of things.
It's been extraordinary. I mean, I'm on Twitter. That's the only one I'm on. But hearing people's reactions to how the season ended and how emotional people were it's sad on the one hand because I feel, ironically, I feel what they're feeling. We are so invested in these characters, but to know how invested fans are is sadly comforting. We feel like we're hoping to affect some kind of a similar emotion on others, and so people were sad certainly at the end of the season. But I think in episode 10, when Norman sort of comes alive and becomes this sort of new man trying to find his way after knowing that his obviously mother's passed, I think that's given us all hope for sort of a reset button in season 5. So it'll be crazy. It's kind of a new show. So
definitely. I mean, we're seeing the full downward spiral of Norman.
We absolutely are. So I'm excited for all of that, and hopefully getting my hands on his neck and doing the right thing.
Yeah, definitely. And that's one of the things, talking with, Vera and with Freddie too, that their characters are, well, Norman essentially, like he's the bad guy in this situation, but you feel for him so much, and whereas I felt for Norma the most, probably. I loved her, but Norman too sometimes. When you're in the earlier seasons, you're like, oh, this poor kid, and then you're like, wait a second, I know what's happening here and what's going on.
Yes.
And you've played a lot of dark characters and bad guys in your career. So what's it like playing a bad guy, but then really being able to humanize them too and make them likable at times?
Well, thank you. Going back to Freddie and to Norman, it's a tribute to the writing as much as it is to Freddie.
Yeah, definitely.
He's been able to humanize that character, and had he not been able to, the show wouldn't have worked.
No.
Because, as you pointed out, the show is. It's not a show. It's a show about a guy struggling with his condition. It's not a slasher show. It really is about the psychology of this character, psychology of the mother, and really the psychology of everyone around him. So, and that's what's so great about what Carrie and Carlton have done, and the writers. And then, at the helm with Freddie being able to do that, that was the big feat. And then obviously Norma as well. I mean, that's a character that we only see dead in Psycho, and she and Carrie and the writers have fleshed out this extraordinary character that all of us have fallen for. So when she died, it weirdly felt like family.
Yeah, and I heard earlier from the panel, just kind of the tone of the panel earlier here was even pretty heavy.
It's heavy. We got so invested in that character. It's sad. It was on the one hand, you're glad that people feel as much as they do. On the other hand, you're saying, I don't want you to feel that much pain. It was painful. Yeah. But no, we're looking forward to season 5 and like I said, the reset button and to your other question about humanizing the character. They're so amazing, our writers, about ideas that we may have, and I remember talking to Carrie and Carlton about. It was on the page mostly, but saying, I want to play this guy sort of guarded, and the character is a man of few words, and I think they took that, and then also they see what comes back on dailies, and they wrote to that. And then I sort of loosely based it on a friend of mine who we affectionately call Chuckles because he doesn't smile very much. So for 3 seasons, I really didn't smile. Yeah. But knowing full well, I talked to Carrie about this, that Norma was going to be the one to crack him.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much,
Thank you,
congratulations
Lauren.
again.